Hello, all of my music fanatics out there. Here you have it. I know you didn't ask for it, but it's what you're getting. It's a tier song ranking list for Eden's music, and I'll be doing more tutorials soon. They're coming, trust me. Have I started any yet? No. Will I keep making tutorials on the channel? Yes. I'm just chilling out for a little bit. This quarantine's got me a lot of schoolwork going on. I've been making music. I've been spending a lot of my time elsewhere, but I'll always come back to YouTube at some point, so don't worry. I just thought this would be fun to do, and I don't know, I never thought I'd be making a tier list, but here we are. So let's start out by titling these tiers appropriately. Alright, first, actually before I do that, let me clarify. Red squares are for no future, white squares are for I Think You Think Too Much of Me, black for end credits, yellow is for singles and the 2-song EPs he released. I know they're not singles, and I know that they're separate things. I'm grouping them all together for the sake of... I grouped these together because I am the one who made the images, and I didn't want to do more colors and make it look confusing. Even though this looks confusing, it's the least confusing it was going to be. So there's all that, and then blue for Vertigo, of course, and then purple for Peaked because it's new, and I thought I would do a special color for the new song. There will be no Eden Project projects on this list. For the sake of, I mean, do you see all the stuff on the screen? I mean, there's plenty there already. I didn't want to overload it. Maybe I'll do a separate one for Eden Project stuff. Trust me, it all has a special place in my heart too. I'll get to it maybe. Just let me know if you want to see that at all. So the top tier, here, just as a tribute to the Eden Project, we're gonna name this Times Like These, because, hear me out. You might not agree, Times Like These is the best Eden song of all time, okay? I mean, really nothing compares to Times Like These, so putting that as a tier in itself, they're not really equal to Times Like These. It's like, they're just below, right? Okay, because Times Like These is a perfect song. That is untouchable. But if anything closely compares to Times Like These, I mean, that's next level stuff. So that's going to be our top tier. Next is going to be the God tier, because I would say anything just below Times Like These or below that, that's about God tier, right? Because Eden's music, it's from a scale of like good at the bottom to Times Like These. So actually, let's go down. Let's hop down to D here. I'm going to make this good, because let's be honest with ourselves. There's no Eden song that is worse than good. I guess C can be fantastic. There's a lot of fantastic Eden songs, right? B, okay, so for middle of the road, what are we gonna do for middle of the road? You know what? I'm gonna switch these two. We're gonna make B God tier, and we're gonna make God tier tiers, because, you know, most Eden songs, if they really have that fantastic Eden quality and touch on them, which most of them do, we're gonna be in tiers. Let's be honest with ourselves. And Times Like These, that's like an ecstasy and depression beyond tears, right? So just assume in the Times Like These tier, you're also in tears. So I've kind of scrambled the songs here. So we're gonna start off with Streams, which I have to admit, I didn't love at first. The like the Mac bonk sound, you know, that he uses as a beat in there, it's very experimental. I thought I don't know, upon my initial listen, which you can watch on my channel, I liked All of No Future, but Streams didn't particularly stand out to me. I'm gonna say over time, this song really grows on me. Something about the vocal melody and the message, I guess, too, of the song, at least from what I understand about like literal streams, like music streams. I love it, and it's very fun. Definitely not in tears, but it is a good song. I'm gonna put Streams in God tier, okay? It's a really good song. Next up, we have All You Need Is Love, which honestly, I've not listened to this song very much, considering it came out in like 2018. It did come out in 2018. Okay, I had to check. I'm surprised I got that right. But I love it. I love the guitar. I love the reverby guitar, and obviously it's a classic song, because I mean it is a cover. But he always makes covers his own. Like, some of his covers, actually, basically all of his covers of songs, I like better than the original song. I might have to say that in this case. Something, for some reason, in the beginning of this track, where, like, nothing happens for 10 seconds, and the same at the end, bothers me. Okay, okay, don't shoot me. It bothers me. And honestly, that keeps me away from this track, weirdly. And I mean, like I said, I love every Eden track, but I'm gonna have to say, All You Need Is Love is fantastic. It is a fantastic song, and the vocals are very touching. They're sung very softly. Like, I could sleep to All You Need Is Love in the best way. Alright. Next is Circles. It's technically an Eden Project song, but it is on I Think You Think Too Much of Me as a remaster. Honestly, I love his old stuff. Like I said, Times Like These, some of them I like more than any of his new stuff, but Circles never really got to me in the same way it did for a lot of people. I do love the lyrics. I actually hadn't even read the lyrics until recently, and once you see the lyrics, man, it kind of transforms the song. Like, they're very, very good lyrics, but I would say melodically, he's really outgrown the sound, which doesn't mean his new stuff is better, but something about it just feels old, and people are gonna hate me for this. I love Circles, okay? I do. It just isn't a track I would go out of my way to listen to. And I listen to Eden music all day long. I just listen to basically every song on here today. But I'm never sitting down, I'm just like, oh, I need to listen to Circles. Like, that just doesn't happen, honestly, for me. I can't put it in good. People are going to be mad at me for putting it in good. Circles, it's classic. It's not God for me, I'm sorry. Circles is fantastic. It is. I know something about me wants to put it higher just because everyone else likes it more. I honestly just don't, okay? And this is my tier list, okay? So next is Untitled, and boy, Untitled is next level beautiful. When this song came out, we were on a bit of a dry streak. Eden hadn't come out with music for a while. This song hit me at a time, like I really needed his music. This song is fantastic. I will say, I feel I've overplayed it a bit, and sometimes coming back to songs a few years later helped me realize, like, how fantastic they are again. So right now, I wouldn't go out, I'm not putting it in God tier. I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it, probably, but, I've never been in tears to Untitled. I'm gonna have to put it in God tier. I'm gonna put Untitled in front of Streams, and actually I'm gonna put Circles in front of All You Need Is Love. So over here is actually gonna be we're gonna go from highest to lowest in the tier, from left to right, I think. So yeah, Untitled's fantastic. I mean, I can't deny. Makes me sad to put it in God tier, but at the same time, it is God tier, and it's a God tier song. So don't be too sad. Next is Rushing, and again, man, for some reason, No Future didn't hit emotionally for me as much as most other Eden songs. But then again, Eden songs really grow on me. I think the reason I like the other songs better is because they've had longer to stew, you know? I do love Rushing, though. The vocal melodies are really, really good, and the guitar solo, which I learned that from Reddit or something, Eden posted that it was improvised and he had to put it in because it was just too good, which I agree, it is just too good. I'm gonna say I've never been in tears again, and I'm gonna have to put it behind Streams, but it is God tier. This God tier is gonna be packed because I feel like every Eden song is God tier, but some go above and beyond. Some not quite. Alright, Peaked. This one has had like a week or two to brew. Actually, I don't even know how long Peaked has been out. Not very long. I love it. Okay, I go through this thing with Eden songs. I love it at the beginning, and then as time goes on, I'm like, it's pretty good. And then after a long time passes, I'm back to it's fantastic. So right now, I still am loving Peaked. I love like the brassy synth. It's really cool, and it's kind of experimental, like with No Future. Definitely not Tears. I'm gonna put it above Rushing, probably above Streams. I'm not gonna quite say it's above Untitled. Untitled is kind of timeless in a way to me that I don't think Peaked will be, but Peaked is a good bop. All right. Next song is ISO Hell, and man, this song, I mean, you could see when I first listened to it, It had me in tears, so we know it's at least in tears. Not every Eden song has done that for me. The guitar in the song is fantastic. All the little things, the backing vocals, and the French at the end. I took French for 2 years, so that it hit me, you know? Like I actually understand what he's saying, kind of. I love the song though. I really love the song. It's definitely not in times like these, but it is certainly in that tears tier for sure. ISO Hell is fantastic. Next is Wrong. How we're kicking off Vertigo here. So I love that it's a cappella. That's something Eden has never done before. I don't know if he ever did as the Eden Project or the Spab Project. I know he doesn't like to talk about that, but it happened. I'm not sure if it's officially what he even called himself, but it's what we call those old projects now. Anyway, Wrong is a very good track. Never been in tears to it, certainly, but it's very pretty. This is another one. I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to this, I'm not gonna lie, but in the context of Vertigo, it's a really fitting start. So I'm gonna have to say, contextually within the album, this song is like at the back of God tier. No, I'm gonna put it at the front of fantastic. Alright, Wrong just doesn't hit me like some of his other songs, but it is very good, and in the context of Vertigo, like I said, very fitting. So I have mad respect for that song, for what it does. Next is End Credits. And oh boy, this is probably one of the first Eden songs I heard. Definitely not the first, but one of the. Something about this song just takes me to another place. Honestly, have never been in tears to this song, but it's so good. Tears doesn't have to mean that I was literally in tears, but usually if I'm in tears, I'm gonna treasure that song a little bit more. Something about End Credits goes so hard, and I love Leah Kelly so much. The way their voices go together, like Crazy in Love is one of my all-time favorite Eden Project songs. End Credits has to be in tears for me. And I'm going to have to put it in front of ISO Hell just because of my nostalgia for it. Honestly, I could listen to End Credits over and over, not get bored for a very long time. Next is Calm Down from No Future. So I feel like this track is wildly underrated within the Eden community. I don't hear anyone really talk about it. The big Eden fans on Twitter, of course, I see like post lyrics from it, and I will always respond. But this song really hit kind of different for me when I first listened to it. The way it builds at the end, it was kind of memorable for me, and I really enjoy the song when it comes on. It's definitely not as... I don't know, this one's hard for me to place because I don't like ever want to jam to it or cry to it, but I feel like musically it's a fantastic song. Like I don't personally love the song, but I musically respect it. I'm gonna have to put it at the top of fantastic, which I just called it underrated, making it sound like I was gonna say how fantastic it was, and it is. That's why it's in fantastic tier. Alright, and I get it. And in terms of Eden songs, it's not his strongest, but it is fantastic. Okay. Next is Lost Found. This is kind of a forgettable track for me, which I think some people aren't going to like, but I like Eden's production a lot. It's a lot of the reason why I love his music, and it stands out to me. And this song is just like him and his guitar, which is cool. I've seen him live once, and seeing him live, that is fantastic. But as like a stereo track on my phone, I'm just not gonna go to this track. But again, in the context of Vertigo, it really pulls at your heartstrings. So this is definitely gonna be in. I might have to put this in good. It's a good song. All right. I'm sorry I have to put it below everything else here. It might touch other people in a different way or more than it touches me, but I think it's really pretty. I just don't love it. It's good. It's a good song. So next is Falling in Reverse, and man, to cap off Vertigo the way Falling in Reverse does, this song has definitely had me in tears. So we're definitely going up there, and I mean just what it means to bring Vertigo to a close. You know, in general, Vertigo is such a emotionally heavy album. This song has a lot of weight, and it is musically beautiful also. So, and the like reverse piano or whatever that is like, it's so unique, but it works. It's not unique just to be unique, like it actually makes sense. And the shattering glass of Vertigo, I don't know why, but I like it. Gonna have to put it behind ISO Hell and End Credits, because it is an incredible ending to Vertigo, but I don't think I could put it in front of ISO Hell or End Credits. They both just hit me harder, honestly. Next is Fumes. Fumes is another classic Eden Project song that he redid. This is probably actually one of his biggest songs ever, beside EXO. I think this... I'm trying to remember now. Crazy in Love was the first Eden song I ever heard in my life. From like a montage, a phase montage. I used to be a big Call of Duty player. And Fumes, I think, might have been one of the first tracks I clicked on of YouTube that was just the song. Like, it wasn't used by someone else. It was just his music. So this one really goes back far with me. I've been listening to this song for like 4 years now or something. And the vocals are good, and all the electronic elements are very Eden Project, and I like the version with Nash, honestly, which is the version, it should say a little featuring Nash, but it doesn't, but this is the Nash version I'm ranking, technically, and I very much like it. It's definitely going to be in Fantastic, but where in Fantastic will it go? Definitely in front of Wrong, probably in front of Calm Down. I'm going to have to put it right there as a headrunner in Fantastic. It is a very good song. It's got a great groove, and you could really, it's a good bop, you know, it's a good old nostalgic bop. So next we have So Far So Good from No Future. Actually, I know I'm like halfway through this. Let me just point out, I didn't include In, Static, or Out from No Future, and not because they didn't deserve a spot, but because I wanted to save space, frankly. And also, I'm gonna kind of... They're all under a minute long. I'm honestly going to count them as a precursor to each song that they're before in the track listing, because it would kind of do them a disservice to treat them as individual tracks, because they play into the album and they make the next song better, in my opinion. So I know they would just be ranked really low, because standalone, they're not meant to be songs that stand alone. They're meant for the album. So I just didn't feel like that was fair. So consider those songs attached to whatever song they're before when I rank this. Okay, now that I got that out of the way. Sorry I didn't explain that at the beginning, but this video is going to be like forever. Okay, So Far So Good. This is probably what was one of my least favorite tracks from No Future. Probably my complete least favorite track when I had my initial listen in my car in that video, and it's grown on me. It really has. As I thought it would, it has grown on me, and I still don't absolutely love it, but it is a very good song, and the melodies are good, and the whole vibe is good. So I'm gonna have to put this, I don't know, I'm gonna put it at the end of Fantastic. It's a fantastic track, honestly. Okay, so we have and this song. Well, that was unintentional. This song, I Think You Think Too Much of Me, was the first EP release I was there for, like when it hit for Eden, and I did it again. This song was definitely my least favorite at the time, but again, as Eden does, he grows on you. His songs do, anyway. You know what I meant. So, and is a track I actually go back to now. It's gonna have to go in God tier. Probably just in... I really love I Think You Think Too Much of Me. Does that make sense? Does that work? No, I'm gonna put it behind Untitled. Alright, it's just before Untitled in God tier. The song is classic, and it works great in the track listing of I Think You Think Too Much of Me. So I think I'm comfortable with it there. Nowhere Else, I heard for the first time live in 2018 on his Vertigo tour. So this song was really cool for me, hearing it live for the first time. And I gotta say, like, when that bass hits in the chorus live, for that to be my first experience with the song really makes me like it more than I probably would if I didn't hear it live first. It's a fun song, and Eden doesn't have many songs that are just like fun, And it's got its little kind of like happy sad lyrics in there, but it's probably one of the more uplifting Eden songs that he's ever put out. And it's a good groove, so I'm gonna have to put Nowhere Else. It's definitely above Fumes. I'm gonna have to put it at the end of the God tier. It's a God-like song, right? So Good Morning is next, and when I first heard that first bit of Good Morning from his leak on Spotify, not Spotify, on SoundCloud, titled Hello. Man, this song. I listened to it the first time like in a mall with my phone close to my ear, like no earbuds. Not the whole song, but you know, the leaked version. And I just loved it. And I've weirdly enough only liked it less as time goes on, but I still love like how grand and big it feels and how it opens up No Future is very, very fitting. So I'm gonna have to put it I feel like I just talked it down just to put it up really high. I'm gonna put it after Rushing in God tier, which is no disservice to Rushing's shredding guitar solo. I just feel like Good Morning in the context of opening up No Future with all like the backing vocals like all around your ears. I just love the song, and I really do just love it. Actually, now that I see this list, I'm going to throw Peaked back behind Good Morning, because Peaked is very good. Good Morning is better. I'm not going to lie. Good Morning gets me in the feels more, and its music video is very cool. I like the visuals. It's very pretty. So I'm just going to make that little change. Next is Gravity, and man, we haven't hit much of the end credits EP yet, but it was the first the first songs I ever heard from him were from this EP, because it was his first EP as Eden, and when I started listening to him, I Think You Think Too Much of Me just hadn't come out yet. So these songs have also a special place in my heart for a certain time in my life, and it was really when I started getting really into music. Eden specifically, but really into music. And this song's lyrics and just all of the electronica elements of it work really well with his new style, in my opinion, from the Eden project to Eden. Just the whole structure of the song. It's one of my favorite songs to just like absolutely jam out to. This one's gonna be difficult for me. It's gonna be up there. Does it go above end credits though? I'm not sure. Gravity is more of a sad bop. End credits is more of a happy bop. I'm gonna put Gravity just behind end credits. I really love end credits with Leah Kelly and his voices together. I do. And Gravity's message is definitely more fun than end credits, or more sad happy. But I just love end credits more. I'm sorry. Gravity's great though. It's got me in tears, man, for real. So Interlude is next, and another I feel very underrated Eden track, but appreciated by Eden fans for sure. I love Interlude. Again, end credits. It's one of the more non-Eden like Eden tracks, with the vocal effects and just the whole vibe feels kind of old in a way, but very good track, and I love it. I really do love it. So it might just go behind these songs for me. This is gonna be in God tier. It's definitely above Fantastic. Interlude is gonna go just above Rushing for me. I really love the whole vibe of Interlude, and I do like the vocal effect he does in there. So next is Projector. So the precursor to Projector is Static, which is my favorite of the not included tracks in this tier list. So Projector was really fun when it came out. I remember the stream of it coming out and watching it for the first time, and it is my favorite music video Eden has ever made, hands down. I love the colors. The whole concept is very fun. And I love how in Static beforehand, there's like those same birds that are in Projector. So it all, as a package deal with the music video and in Static and everything, Projector as a whole, I really do love. And I'm gonna have to put it above And, I think. I don't think I love it as much as Untitled, but Projector's really good. It's a good bop. One of the best in No Future, probably. So next is Catch Me If You Can. And dude, this is just like Lost and Found in that, right? It's just his vocals and like a guitar. But something about the lyrics in this song and the melody hit me so much harder than Lost and Found. So, something about end credits just gets me, you know? It's got a whole vibe going for it, and this caps it off, too. So, I love the lyrics. This is one of my favorite lyrics of all time. Like, the past is always changing to ink and gold since I remembered it that way. That is probably one of my favorite Eden lyrics to date. I'm just gonna go crazy and put it up there in the back of Tears, because something about the lyrical content of this song and the rawness of it work together so well for me. And especially in end credits where everything's there's still a lot of electronic elements from when he was the Eden Project. So I love Catch Me If You Can. All right, I just really do. I wasn't expecting to put it that high, but I think it deserves that spot. Gold. Okay, so more Vertigo. Cool. We haven't hit much Vertigo, actually. Gold is really cool. I on it was Twitter or something before it came out. I heard there was like that 15-second snippet released of the synth in it or whatever, that chorus bit, which I do really love, with like the tambourine or whatever the percussive instrument is. Sorry if I totally just butchered that. Oops, sorry. But I love Gold. I do. And the message is really cool of like letting go of past mistakes, and just that whole all the lyrics in Gold are really fantastic. And what started out as probably one of my not favorite tracks in Vertigo is like kind of hit middle of the road for me. It's very, very good. I'm gonna have to. Wow, I'm learning a lot about myself through this. And my opinions on Eden's music change like every day, but we're going up here in God tier for Gold. And I don't know where it belongs. It's above Peaked for me. Does it beat Good Morning? I'm gonna have to say yes. Does it beat Streams? Yeah. I think it beats And. Actually, I like it more than Projector. Oh man, why is this one so hard for me to place? Gold goes right before Untitled on God tier. That feels right to me. Vertigo just is so good. That's all I gotta say. Let's move on to EXO. Probably the most well-known Eden song of all time. It's good, okay? It's very poppy, very catchy. It's a good song. It's the first Eden song I ever learned to play on guitar. So that's very cool, and it's a good track. This one's gotta be on God tier, not just because of how people like it, but I actually also really like it. So it's definitely not got me in tears. I'm gonna say I have to like it a little more than Projector. There's something about the song in that the weird like synthy, I can't even explain it. The low frequency like synthy bass thing that's like wibbly wobbling around in the song. I don't even know how to describe it. I wish I knew how to make that sound in music. It's so cool. And I know it's little things like that make me love his music. So I'm gonna have to put it up there in God tier. Next we have Start End. And dude, there's no Eden song that I don't think I've teared up faster to than Start End. No joke. I remember when the music video dropped, like, what was it, like September? It might have been September 28th, 2017. I have the picture framed. I got the merch, the Start End pink hoodie, and it came with like the image that said like September 28th on the back, and like I posted on Twitter about it or something, and it was a whole thing. And I remember the music video dropping and knowing it was coming, and it still hit so hard. And something about that song like really just had me in tears. I don't know why. Something about the song is really special to me, and I'm gonna have to put it in times like these. I'm not gonna lie. It is a very special song, and it's very well balanced, and it stays interesting the whole time. And I don't think I'm ever going to get sick of Start End, no matter how many times I listen to it. Enough said. Alright, on to FOMO. And, man, I heard this song played live. Well, I wasn't there. I saw a video of it played live on YouTube when he did it on the piano, like a year or two ago. And I got to know the song really well from that performance. And I was kind of sad when I heard it for the first time. I was a little conflicted because it's a good song, but it didn't live up to the hype I had in my head of this, like, beautiful piano ballad. He kind of produced it so it was all no future-y, if you know what I mean. And it just didn't hit the right tone that I hoped it would. So it's still a really good song, but I always have this, like, slight feeling of disappointment when I think about it, which is sad because it's such a great song. I think I just overhyped it in my own head. I really had to think about that one, but that feels right to me. I feel comfortable having that at Fantastic. So next is Sex, and dude, this song, I mean, there's no point in talking. It's times like these tier, man. And it's above Start End. Is it above Start End? Start End hits me more emotionally, but Sex is probably the first song. It is the first, like, also one of the first Eden songs I ever heard. I heard it as a single before I Think You Think Too Much of Me was out, and something about this song. No, that's the top of my list right now. This song, I don't even need to talk about it. It's actually, why do I have it up there like that? It should be called Catching Feelings. Anyway, on to Wings. So, Wings. Sometimes I hear that title, I don't even register that as an Eden song, which is strange, but I never got into this Eden song, but then I watched some reactions of people listening to it, and they loved it, and then they made me love it more. So the vocals in it are really cool, and again, the lyrics too. Every song in Vertigo is that way, but Wings has grown on me. Wow, I'm learning a lot of new things here about myself. I'm gonna have to put it just in front of Interlude and God Tier. It's a great song, and again, in the context of Vertigo, everything kind of plays on the song before it in a really brilliant way, so that feels good for me. Okay, next is Hurts, and let me just say, I think Hurts is one of the best songs Eden has ever made. I think if any songs are going to be on the radio but still be very Eden, Hurts is probably one of the top runners. It just gives me so much energy, you know? But it's still got those... No, it's just all happy. There's really no sad vibes in it. Well, there are some sad vibes. It's happy sad. The song is so good. It's tears. I mean, it doesn't really mean tears because it's too happy. Maybe happy tears. But I'm going to have to put it... Oh boy, this is tough. Because it's still kind of newer, so I don't have that nostalgia, but... It is really, I think, one of his best songs to date. And I like its simplicity. Hurts goes just... I'm so conflicted with this one. Nah, screw it. I'm putting Hurts up here. There's something about the upbeat Eden songs that I love even more than the sad ones. And I mean, that's saying something considering Eden's tone in most of his songs. I really, really do love Hurts. Just Saying. That end bit in Just Saying, which was also in Hello, the leaked track from SoundCloud, just hit me so in the feels. It is so fun. Probably one of my favorite moments on No Future is the end of that song. And the whole song is kind of just... You can kind of just groove to it, you know? Great to scream to in the car. So, placing this just in front of EXO on the God tier. And hopefully you guys are okay with that, but I think I am. I really am. It's definitely, as a song, I like it better than EXO. Something about Gold is impressing me and making me want to not put it in front of it because the lyrics and just the whole vibe of it is just too good. But Just Saying is a greatly produced track and very fun. I like it. Next is what I think Eden says he calls No Idea. The 4 question mark song. The message of the song, I know it's like about global warming or something. Something about it doesn't connect with me personally very much. at the moment. But the whole melody is very fun. I think I'm just going to throw it in the top of Fantastic tier. Honestly, it's in front of FOMO. It's a really good track. Actually, I love the guitar bit at the beginning he does live. It's not actually in the track, I don't think. Maybe in the background at some point. But this is probably the next song I'm going to do a guitar tutorial for. It's a bit tough to play, but it is very, very fun. And it's a fantastic song. Next is Wonder. And, oh boy. Wonder is... This is another one I feel is very underrated in Vertigo. And it really hits me pretty hard. I love the guitar. It's one of the few Eden songs I have learned on guitar. And I mean, I've learned a lot, but like half of these up here I don't know. I learned Wonder, and it's very simple, and probably one of his least... well, it's really well produced, but there's not a lot going on in the song. And I kind of like that. It's getting harder to place these now that so many of these are up here. I'm going to have to put this just behind Hurts. I love it that much. I mean, this one really always makes me like think and reflect and feel a lot of happy, sad things as Eden makes you feel. So, no questions asked. I'm throwing it up there. It's a great song. Next is About Time, another very underrated Eden track, which came out a few years ago on that 2-song EP called About Time. And it's got that really cool guitar bit, which I also heard live for the first time alongside Nowhere Else. And really cool. I love the vibe. I love that he does a lot of his, like, you know, not real rapping, but like kind of slam poetry over the song. I really like that. It's a fun one. Very underrated in my opinion. I like it better than XO. Probably not better than... Oh, do I? No, I can't put it in front of these ones. I can't do it. About Time is good, it's not that good. Let's be honest with ourselves. That Feels Right, it's God tier. About Time is fantastic. It's a very good track. Well, it's not fantastic, it's God tier. Sorry. 909. Man, this is a great single. Probably one of his best singles he's ever put out. And I mean, there's only like 909 and Peaked are the only like actual single tracks he has. But I'm probably forgetting something, so don't quote me on that. I'm an Eden fan, I promise. But 909, the whole production and everything, the music video is cool. Again, this song, when it came out, I just remember driving home when the song came out and just absolutely blaring it in the car. And that moment where it like stops and then it hits hard in again. It was really cool. I definitely like it better than XO. I'm going to put it just behind Gold. Gold seems to be, like, everything before Gold is the stuff I love, and everything after Gold is the stuff that, like, I really love. It's kind of funny how that has worked out, because I've never held Gold to much of a high place, but here we are. Next is Tides, and I love that, like, doo-doo, like, sound, you know, in there. It's kind of fun. At first I was like, what is it? Ian, what are you doing? This is not like your music, but it is very much like his music now that I've listened to it more. I like the vocal. I really like this track. It's really short, which is sad, but it's good. And I remember playing this on stream before the song was actually out on guitar, and I learned it. I'll also be doing a tutorial for this. Trust me. It's like 4 chords. It's really easy. It's fun. It's a fun song. I can't put this above Streams or Good Morning is too good. Peaked is too good. It goes right there. And honestly, the more I look at this, XO needs to be moved back. XO is really good. It's not that good, if I'm being honest with myself here. XO is probably just above Tides. That feels right to me. 2020 is next. 2020 is a very good track. 2020 brought back the female John that we all know and we all love. The high-pitched voice. If you didn't catch what I'm referring to, if I'm making no sense right now. And I like it. I like its simplicity at the beginning. Sometimes I get a little bored by it, I'm not gonna lie. But when it picks up and it's got the drums and it's got that whole thing going for it, it's very fun. I don't like it as much as Streams. I like it more than... No. I think it goes above Wings. It goes above Wings, not quite About Time. That's what I think. That's where I'm putting it. All right. Love, Not Wrong, Brave. Dude, the crowd screaming the words from that clip he used from like years ago. I wish I was there in that crowd, honestly. The song would be that much cooler, but it's fine. It's, you know, those people get to feel special and I'm happy for them. This is one of the best songs on Vertigo. This is better than Wonder. But lyrically, it's very good. I don't know where to put this. It's in Tears, no doubt. This is a Tears song. I'm not even questioning that, but is it better than Wonder? Yeah. It's better than Hurts, if I'm being honest. Hurts, get back there. Love, Not Wrong, Brave is really good. It's so good, dude. It hits you in the feels so hard. It's not quite Times Like These for me, but it's one of the most beautiful songs Eden has ever made. Love, Death, Distraction is a really good one, and I liked it when it came out. It was one of the first songs that I like learned by myself on guitar, and I mean I got it wrong in some parts, but thankfully I have you guys in the comments to help me learn things a little bit more accurately. But Love, Death, Distraction is really cool, and upon my first listen, I was like, why do I not love this as much as I want to love it? But this one really, truly did grow on me. I love the group vocals at the end and how you just kind of feel like you're like floating with all the reverb, you know. I don't like it as much as Projector. Actually, I like it more than Projector. Who am I kidding? I like it more than Projector. It sits comfortably in God tier right there. God tier's getting a bit full, but that's what you could expect with a middle tier, you know. These things happen. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, no questions. I like it. It's good. What else is to be said? It's probably also the most popular Eden songs of all time. The guitar, it's iconic. This is iconic Eden. I remember the music video coming out. I was like sitting in my middle school cafeteria commons area, like a table, and people were like trying to talk to me, and I was like, shh, Eden music video, and like I had earbuds in. I was being antisocial, which I am not proud of, but Rock and Roll, the music video, was out by Eden, so I had to listen to it. Watch it, rather. It is, and I've said this like 12 times, but it is so good. It is another level of good, and it has that nostalgia to it, but it's not there just for nostalgia. This song is timeless. Stutter, and I've said this a few times, quite a few times now, but this is probably the most underrated Eden song of all time because there's no lyrics. No one can quote this song, you know, unless you make like sounds with your mouth. It's the most Eden Project Eden song there is, and I underappreciated it for a long time. I'm like a broken record, but it grew on me like moss, you know. It's so good, man. I'm just repeating the same things. How much is there to say? It's a good song. There's so much going on. Every time you listen to it, you hear kind of something new happening, and I love it for that. And honestly, I can't put it that high because it has musical value, but it doesn't make me feel much of anything emotionally, other than like, oh, that sounds really cool, you know? This is kind of tough. I might have to put this... I love when I call things underrated and then I throw them at the bottom. Well, I like it better than Lost Found. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry if you guys like that song. I also like it because it is good, but Stutter, unfortunately, is gonna have to be down there. Next is Forever Over, and dude, why this song again? It's not even, there's no question. It's where does it go on the Times Like These tier? It is untouchable. It's like one of my biggest inspirations for my music at the moment is like, what did he do in Forever Over, you know? The lyrics are so good, the melody is so good, the way the song moves is fantastic. It's trying to pick upbeat over vertigo-ness. I put Forever over Sex for sure. Not over Rock and Roll though. Rock and Roll is like all-time top tier to me. Yeah, no, that feels good. That feels right for me. How to Sleep. One of my favorite tracks off of No Future. I love its poppiness, but also how it is, this one's sad happy, you know? Like, it's got those, like, melancholy vibes, but it's so feel good. And the visualizer, I think he called it, or if that's what those are called, he did on YouTube, is so fitting for the song. It's so cool. All the colors. And I love this song. I love it more than just saying. This is where it gets dodgy. This is where the gold line makes things difficult. Is it better than 909? Yeah, I like it better than 909. Honestly, I like it better than gold. This is gonna go on Tears, which surprises even me. But I like it better than Catch Me If You Can. It's not better than Falling in Reverse. It's gonna sit comfortably there in Tears because this song makes me feel some kind of way, you know, that really none of his other music does. It's a very special song. Wake Up. Oh boy, my disc is almost full. I gotta hurry up. Okay, Wake Up is bomb. Okay, Eden fans out there, you know, it's gonna be Times Like These tier, where though, at the bottom, honestly, for me, it's so good, but it's not quite at the level these other ones are. Next is Float, which, ooh, Float is a good one in Vertigo. I love that, like, the siren and everything. Very good. I like it better than Gold. That's where it's going. God tier. No. Nah, that's not right. No. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's where I want it. Okay. 0209. Instrumental. Actually, that's another instrumental he's done is Eden. No lyrics. That's cool. This one's a really good entrance to end credits. And I'm going to have to say it gets me in like a certain kind of vibe, you know. I like it better than all of these. Actually, I like it. I'm gonna have to put it just behind Tides. There we go. Can I do? There we go. I love that song. Drugs is another one. Oh my god, so good. This is in Tears. This song is fantastic. Such a bop. Classic. The music video. Oh my gosh, that tells a story. Oh boy. Where does it go here though? Right there. It's top tiers. Not top tier, but in the top of tiers. Take Care. Take Care kind of is like Wings for me, except I like it a little bit better. So maybe right there. That seems about right. I mean, I really love all of Vertigo. Probably if this came on in Vertigo, I would like it more than these other few songs. But as its own track, it's good, but not that great. Nocturne, people tend to like more than me, honestly. I like it. I don't like it as much as all of these. I'm going to have to put it right there behind Interlude. I think I enjoy Interlude more than Nocturne, if I'm not lying. Icarus is a cool message, probably the longest Eden song of all time. Love the electronica aspects. The message is just so good. It goes above Gold for me. Probably above Untitled. I can't really put it in Tears though, because I don't love the song that much. No, that doesn't feel right. Here we go. There, that's what I'm gonna say. It's officially what it is. Crash. I can't believe I left Crash for last. That is one of the hardest hitters in Vertigo. It is so good, dude. It's an instant classic. Crash's Times Like These tier. This is so difficult. I like Wake Up. I don't know what to do. Crash is below Wake Up. Crash is the bottom of Times Like These tier. Man, there we go. The definitive tier list of Eden songs. Actually, it's just my opinion, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I might split this into a few parts. I might not. We'll see if my computer can handle this amount of recording. I did not clear up space before this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be doing other tutorials later. I'm just making less videos currently because I've been spending a lot of hours making music, and I've been reading Harry Potter. That's been good. I've just been doing other stuff, but always come back to YouTube and back to make more videos for you guys. Thank you guys for. We're about to hit 600 subscribers. That's very cool, and thank you for that for everyone who's becoming part of this channel and this Eden community. So thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.